So this is SAP for me. So here you can explore the knowledge base articles, and there is one more rapid.sap. I hope you guys know this also. Rapid.sap about SAP Signavio process. Anybody knows about that SAP Signavio?
No, Manoj. No, I never had.
Okay.
No,
So
no.
SAP Signavio is something will have a best practice content. That is, if you just Google it, you will get to know about SAP Signavio. It is a process navigator. So what we'll do, they will have they will give you the standard best practice process. So it will navigate you the all the. So we have around 400, I mean 4,000 products and services. So which it stores in the Signavio. But here, as of now, I'm not able to access. This is so here you will get that process navigator specific to the process. You can get the process flow and process flow chart and product description. So you can go if you have SAP for me, if you have S user ID, because this is mine P user ID. If you have your client S user ID, you can try to go through this SAP Signavio. There is one website like rapid.sap. If you search rapid.sap, so like this it will come. In this system it is not working. So over there you will be able to get the solution process and process flow, best practice content. So Signavio is something process flow navigator. So this in this SAP for me, we have two type of login credentials. One is P user is a public user, S user that is provided for the customers. SAP is providing to the site owners. I mean, if any customer is purchasing SAP product, they will give own S user ID for their users. So this one, what I logged in is P user ID. So public user ID. And in this help portal, you will get the help document. So if you want to go to strategic sourcing solutions or procurement solutions or supply chain collaboration, if you open any specific area, you will get thousands and thousands of pages. So if in the beginning session, I mean in the initial stage, at the initial stage, I will not recommend to go through this area because it is very dump. It is purely dump. You will not get more informations. I mean, you will get more information specific to project, not concept related. So this one, you can download those PDF. So I have a direct link which is also given in the uh, same document. If you go to any documents, whatever I have prepared, if you go to the procurement module or procurement overview, any word file. So those word file, all some use cases. So these are all the help link sources from SAP help. So I always suggest my students to refer this during um, projects. When you're working into the project, you can refer this. So for procurement module, we have these many guides. We can refer this when you're into project. If you click this link, it will navigate to the specific guide. So you don't make practice to download the document and keep it in your system. That won't help because it will be keep on changes version by version. So you will have option to download the product and you can keep it in your system. But I will not suggest to download and keep it in your system because it is like for one module you will have 2000, 3000 pages. So this is just reference. You can refer them. That's all. You don't need to memorize things here. So if you're getting opportunity to work on buying area, you can refer some guides. So this is guide. That's all. And this thing is the foundation, basics about buying. What is things you need to know. So you can cover it in 1 or 2 days. Just if you refer this, you will get to know. This is certification and foundation of implementing a product. What are the things we have in a cloud? So these are all the Ariba most solutions and features what we are going to learn. So I hope this I have shown in the demo session. I remember. So these are all the product portfolio and processes and Ariba solutions, cloud solutions. So here we are going to learn SLP, SIPM, SLP both are same, but SLP is having additional benefit of qualification and preferred status. So these are all some additional benefit in SLP, but SIPM do not have. Both are holding the supplier management process. Supplier risk is new module provided by SAP to understand the supplier's risk category based on some checks about environmental concerns and financial stability and diversity. So based on that supplier risk module they have defined. And in India, I haven't seen customers are acquiring this module. They are only interested on SLP module. And these are all the features, profiles, qualification, risk insights for supplier management module. And spend analysis is combination of data specific, combination of all the process spend data. So you don't need to know entire spend analysis project. You just need to know the reporting area, how the data is being, what is prepackaged report, what is public report, what is personal workspace, what is analytical report. So the reporting area you must need to know, which covers all the module. Because in the market, most of the customers they're using SLP, so you need to know SLP and sourcing. So two types of sourcing: strategic for long term, tactical for short term. So Ariba have given both the processes: full project for strategic sourcing. I mean quick project for tactical sourcing, short term or small spend. And we have these features: RFI, RFP, auction. So we have many types of auction: forward auction, reverse auction, and we have so many scenarios. And in this sourcing, they have um, removed. I mean, in last year, 2408, August 2024, SAP had made a decision. No more classic UI for sourcing user interface. No more classic user interface, and it will be guided sourcing, the advanced version of sourcing. So from 2505, from last month, SAP is forcing all the customers to migrate and transit from classical UI to guided UI. Guided UI is much uh, like easy compared to classic, and because there are additional features they are using. There is one term enrichment manager they have introduced, and some AI modular wizard they have introduced use cases for support. So those activities they have done in the guided sourcing. So we will look into it. I'm just giving the overview. And contract management, again, if you're interested in contract management, you can go through it, get into it. If you have 5 6 years experience, if you want to learn, you can learn this. But in your resume, you don't need to mention that you worked on contract, because Ariba contract is very good, but compared to Ariba contract, ICETIS is much benefit. SAP itself signed a agreement with ICETIS, so they are diverting, or they were channelizing all the customers into ICETIS. I hope you might have heard this. Anybody?
No, no, Manoj.
Okay. ICETIS is one software, contract intelligence.
Okay.
So they have signed a they have signed a contract between both of them, ICETIS and SAP. They both have agreed. So whatever SAP is having the customers, if customer want to go for advanced level of contract management, then it is integrated with ICTs.
Okay.
So that is the reason. If I'm not recommending people who wanted to like, you don't need to give much input on contract side. Yeah, you need to know, you need to understand the process that I will be covering. But coming to the market, I mean, coming to the market to get into the project, ICTs is the core area. So ICTs separate consultant are there. So contract management basics, flow, functions you need to know, and what are all the control we are doing as a consultant, that you need to know. But coming to project, if you're having 5 years or 2 years experience, you can show off sourcing and buying and invoicing and SLP. After this, mm, procurement side, SAP have decided, because HANA is having operational procurement, central procurement, special procurement, different type of procurement strategies. But Ariba is having normal buying and invoicing, simple procurement process. So they thought to have additional procurement activity. That's why they created commerce automation and supply chain collaboration for the operational procurementation. And there, buying and invoicing is just one module of P2P flow. So buying and invoicing, procure to pay, all procurement, all this having the same term, same meaning. So supply chain collaboration is combination of HANA procurement and Ariba procurement. And Ariba procurement is purely based on the buying and invoicing in a standard process flow. And invoicing, again, invoicing also now trend is changing. Market they were using Vim. Anybody know Vim? Open text Vim.
Yeah, yeah. I when I was an end user, I worked on Vim. We used to
Mhm.
get invoices through vendor invoice management.
Yeah. So now what happened in my past two projects, what I worked with my client. So they are using Ariba P2O, not P2P. Procure to
Okay,
order. After that, the invoices will be integrated to Vim.
okay,
So how in ISET is having advanced feature and benefit for contracting. The same way Vim is also SAP product, but OpenText is, I think, outside. They have again they had, this is third party. OpenText is third party.
okay,
So they both integrated with SAP, and they are giving advanced feature.
okay.
So, invoicing nowadays in the market, their customers are wanted to test all the side, whatever, not only Ariba. So, how it looks as it is, how it looks Vim. So, they wanted to check others also, testing others additionally, some support project, support process. So, nowadays, invoicing is also moving into the Vim. Buying, so Ariba core, what are the thing which nobody cannot beat Ariba is supplier management, sourcing, buying and invoicing. Majorly buying and invoicing. In India, buying and invoicing is always strong. So in the Middle East, supplier management and sourcing is always strong. So it is like trend, all the trend that customers, like almost most of the Fortune 500 companies, topmost companies are using Ariba. Amazon is using Ariba. Anybody knows that? Amazon is a just a retailer, right? They are having
Yeah,
their own website, but they are using Ariba.
yeah, yeah. In current project, we have Amazon.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are working on Amazon implementation for indirect spend.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So everyone thought Amazon is a, they are e-commerce and they have their own web service, cloud storage. Why they want to use Ariba? But Ariba is much powerful than whatever they have their own product. Now, if I go back, mm, so anybody have any questions? So what are all the areas? Just quick summarize. SAP learning, we can refer. Learning, yeah. And these
Okay.
two links,
SAP dot help.
yeah. So in SAP Learning, these two is important foundation.
Okay.
And I mean, the beginning of the course, I'm just summarizing. And SAP
Okay.
help, you can refer for the guides. So only you can refer this, only refer during project. And SAP for me, you will get knowledge base article, Signavio, and what are the products. So where do you contact SAP? In SAP for me only. So if you want to
Yeah.
create service request or enhancement request or cases, so you
Yeah.
will contact in SAP for me. And two types of users. So P user and S user. So SAP Learning, SAP Help, and certifications. So I have shown you all the area of certifications in Ariba.
Okay.
So Ariba, they have again, we had discussed already in demo session. I'm just giving quick about Ariba have two streams. So stream one, upstream. So why they call them upstream? Why they use this term upstream? The term why? Because all the higher end activity, high level CPO, CFO, so head levels
Mhm.
will always available in the higher end in the upstream. That is
Okay.
strategic sourcing. So billions of dollars, billions of millions of dollars contracts may be signed in the sourcing activity. For
Okay.
example, if any product owner, if they want to add some vendors, service sectors. So, for example, Ford Motor, they wanted their corporate office. So they wanted to identify the corporate office as a rental or a own. So their budget next 5 years. So every month 10 lakhs. So next 5 year it may be 5 crore. So that is one sourcing. That is one specific sourcing. So buyers, buyer manager, and global head, country manager, CPO, everybody will be involved in that sourcing process. That's why strategic sourcing, one module, and contract management. So these two modules are holding the business process associated with this supplier management. Supplier management is you're onboarding the supplier in supplier management. Without supplier, these two cannot run. So these two are the actual business process, sourcing and contract. So for that you need suppliers. So these all in upstream. So if you call all together is called bundle, strategic sourcing suite bundle. So you can buy one package. Customers can buy one package, and after that you can buy alone also. You can buy any one SLP. You can buy only contract, or you can buy only sourcing. So it is customers' choices. That's why certifications also we have the same. But if you want to purchase SAP ERP, you will get entire MM only. You will not only get MRP view. You will not only get classic view. So that's why that is one complete package. But here you can buy any one or all together. So this is upstream. So upstream bundle is strategic sourcing suite. So if customer purchase strategic sourcing suite bundle, they will have a all together, all three, covers all module. And stream 2 is lower level, downstream. So this downstream is again one bundle. There is procurement solution. We call them procurement solutions, or buying and invoicing BNI, with free of cost SAP is giving guided buying. So Customers don't need to pay any charges for guided buying capability, or they can buy separately also. The same way, Ariba buying or invoice management, combination of Ariba buying and invoicing. So this is most frequently used modules. There are others, spend management. There are many others. There is one more also. Recently, they have introduced a couple of years before, I think, Snap, Ariba Snap. So they wanted to cover small scale industries also. So they introduced Snap. Um, so here we need to understand and we need to learn this area. So this will give a, um, I mean, this will give you the good confidence to understand the sourcing, procurement, contracting, and supplier management. So this is more than enough. So if you concentrate on this specific frequently using area, that will give you the good foundation. Later you can upskill or you can learn step by step. This is must. You must know this. So SAP learning, SAP help, and SAP for me. So here I told Signavio. So KBA is knowledge base article, and there is support. We have support also. If I open, there is KBA. One second. Not this. So there is all the knowledge base article will be stored in this like this website. Every knowledge base articles you will get it like this. If I open another one, you will get it. So if consultant or do not know things, so they refer knowledge base article. When you open the knowledge base article, you can find identify like this, or you can directly go and search in KBA. You can directly, if you go to SAP for me, so here you can search guided buying, or you can search with the exact KBA. So you will get it here, all the information, guided buying parameter. So when it is released, and after that administration, this is guide. So here recommended SAP help. That means this is guided buying guide, and this is an SAP influence. So after that you will get KBA. If you keep on searching, you will get the KBAs also, all the knowledge base articles. And here SAP play game. Like if you are open user, you will not get end-to-end contents. So here you can see SAP help, SAP influences are there, and community blog is not showing, and KBA is not showing. So this is again SAP help, and after that you will get SAP support and Ariba support, certifications. So you will get SAP support documents or Ariba support. So this is just one example. I'll give you. I'll share some useful knowledge base article. So if you open this Ariba support, you will get the step by step procedure like this. For example, support for cost item, cost term, cost auctions, and RFPs in guided sourcing. So if you don't know about this function, about this feature, so this is the feature ID SS29006. In this feature description, it will enable buyers using guided sourcing. So why I sourced this when I worked in the project, the guided buying, whenever requester create purchase requisition, there are some scenarios. Based on that scenario, the project, I mean the purchase requisition will be auto integrated to sourcing, guided sourcings. So guided buying and guided sourcing can be integrated. So for that time, this one part I tried to resource. So you will get the data and also you will get about the feature in SAP help also. So you will get the description and the problem facing and what is the value proposition and then who is the audience, buyer or supplier. And you can check the enablement. It will be automatically available in guided sourcing. You don't need to contact SAP. And what are the prerequisites and what is the restrictions provided to and which module it can be helped. So strategic sourcing module. So like this, you will get every knowledge base article and you can use it. So this is also same knowledge base article, symptom, resolution, and additional reference and where it is applied to. So when you work in the project, you will go to different area. The only aim is to deliver the project successfully without any issues and preparation of so many documents. So we prepare so many documents. So that cases we need this Ariba support or SAP support. So we previously we called them Ariba Connect. Now it is SAP for me. Ariba Connect is SAP for me and Ariba area what all we are going to work. So almost I have given the ways of exploring things. I hope it is clear. Let me come to the um, syllabus. What are all the things you need to? So you need to identify the zone what you want to learn. So it should not be never ended or it should not be small. So you need to define your zone. So I have already have a standard zone which I have created limited area. So you don't need to go beyond or go below lesser than that also. Let's open this. So in this I always refer this to understand the introducing procurement and Ariba solution, and these are all the activity. So you need to know both the personas. So consultant or the specialized person who will act as all the business process executives. If you are developing, you become a developer on the function, specific function. Once you have developed, you need to act as a business user, and after that, you need to act as a business manager to approve the task. So you are a one who is testing like in other softwares, and even SAP also they have Sogeti testing or a separate testing team will be there. But for us, we are a developer, we are a tester, and we have to do end-to-end activity. So here what you need to do, you need to know the developmental process, how you're developing the forms in the guided buying, how you're developing templates in upstream activities for supplier management or sourcing. And also you need to know how data is integrated. So you may closely working with CAG specialist or you may directly step into CAG area, work closely with basis team and ABAP team, so integration area, and you will give a KT session and you will train the trainer, and I mean in the project, because end user training, user acceptance training, and user and testings, many type of testing activity. So the testing activities are called user activities. Whatever you have developed, you will test it. So user functionalities is primarily, because development you may go and touch some area only. You will not develop end to end. You'll take the standard product and standard configuration. The default something will be on. You may off the default things. Some data will be by default. You may configure some customizations, but functionality you need to run end to end and do the test. That's why you will be able to do the test script preparation. So you will prepare one script for supplier flow or sourcing flow, and you will have a screenshot by screenshot changes, whatever changes have been done. So for that you need to understand the user activity. It is one part. So for SLP module, these are all the process I have defined it. We will see one by one. And after this, these are all the administrative tasks. If you're working on implementation project or support project, so I have added some default data. Other than this, I'll share in a big file. Every module by module, I'll have a file. I'll prepare the file in front of you guys only. So I'll share those things. So for supplier management, main area, SM administration, and specific to supplier templates. And sourcing, main area, administration, you have many activity. So here I was about to add one more, enrichment manager. So lot of manager activities we will be able to do in admin area. And after that, template specific to sourcing. So here classical and guided. So I'll give you high level overview about classical because it is not required to learn in at present stage. So I'll give you in-depth analysis about guided sourcing and unspecific template. Contract, only subscription area and downstream, and some templates, required templates. So this class library will be mostly using by legal team, and sourcing library mostly will be using by buyers and downstream. So for buying and invoicing with guided buying, so we need to know forms and extensions and approval flow configurations, approval process and its lookup tables, and guided buying admin activities. Forms. So we have so many types of forms, RFQ forms, line item forms, and so all the custom forms need to be developed. So how forms can be developed? It is drag and drop. There are so many carousels. So we'll see those things. And configuring landing pages tiles for each and every purchasing unit based on purchasing unit, how it can be configured. And policies. We have supplier policies and translation policy, sourcing policy. So how we are validating the policies and tactical sourcing configuration. So if user submit request in guided buying, you don't need to go for the sourcing module. Uh, you can get code comparison between 2 to 3 suppliers, and you can finalize and you can submit the requisition in a guided buying. This is additional feature have been provided, and it is in Ariba Cloud. There are so many activity. These are all frequently used area: catalog manager, P2P manager, tax manager, P card manager, ICM. So site manager will be common for all the area. So we will look those things. So these all major admin activities, consultant activities. After that, so I have given that screenshot, reference screenshots about admin and core admin and SM admin. SAP Business Network. We should know in demo session we have been discussed about SAP Business Network. Um, What is a network? What is business network? There are buyer network and supplier network. So this buyer network will be handled by buyer administrator. So whomsoever in a buyer administrator group, so they have access to handle the buyer network. So there we do trading relationship activity, supplier grouping. You can find the supplier relationships, and we configure this default transaction rules and business endpoints, endpoint configurations. Some specific area we will work in the business network. Supplier network, you will not work much. You should know because this is supplier activity. But during testing, you create purchase order, you create supplier management. I mean, you create your onboard supplier and implementation role that time. You have to act as supplier, so you should know these things, how suppliers are submitting questionnaires, how suppliers are participating events and invoices, how they are doing. Like we have many types of invoice: PO invoice, non-PO invoice, contract based invoice, service based invoice. So how suppliers are processing their invoice. Enterprise suppliers only can manage catalog, how they are managing catalogs. CAG, as I said, it is pure technical, but basic CAG you need to know. Integration projects, custom mapping, custom routing, and in ERP. So we may configure global settings with the help of basis and general settings for connection establishment. All the module, all the product. Procurement is one module. We maintain procurement integration. Sourcing is one module for sourcing integration. Business network is one module for business network integration, and master data integrations. You must know master data integration also additionally. And about SAP, you need to know some useful transactions, T codes. So there are like tables, useful tables you need to know, and transactions like how bases are working. So some basics you should know that. And SAP community blog, there is one more. So this I've added it here, SAP community blog. So these are all the very basics you must understand. If you understand this, if you define your range, you can run in that within range in the beginning stage. Anybody have any questions in this? What? So I hope you all clear what we are going to learn in next 40 hours.
Yes, Manoj.
So I'll share this document, both basics and syllabus. You can define it and you can uh, allocate your timings to prepare on this. So
Okay.
so module by module, I'll give you the documents and like screenshot by screenshot. What are all the activity I'm teaching? I'll in front of you. I'll take a screenshots and some
Okay.
real time project document also I'll share. So let's say if I talk about CAG, so
Mm-hmm.
this is my previous project, how project have been created and how it is getting integrated. So
Mm-hmm.
this is my previous system ID. So I have created one project and project wizard, how connections have been. So this is one small test result. So like
Okay.
I'll share the real time my real time project data also.
Okay.
So this is my real time test and test project and test result, all the test result and how suppliers are integrated and what are all the payloads and what is the status in SRT Money in ERP, what is the standard interface message. So these are all my recent projects. I mean, 3 4 months before project that I can share. These are all you can see the dates. This has been not the very old one. So this has processed in Jan month. How the master data flow. So with this is thing we need from CAG. We don't need to know end-to-end CAG. So this is specific to SLP, supplier integration. So like that, I'll share some project related document also. Now, if you guys clear on this, we'll start with Ariba. And what are the area in the link where we can log in? How do you identify whether it is cloud or business network or upstream or down? So that is you need to know. Wherever you log in, you will get this website. If you're logging into your client system or if you're logging into your any test practice system, you will have this link. If I open my another customer URL, so this is my customer URL.
Okay.
Okay, so this you will get same type of URL only. And if I
Okay.
open another customer, so this is another customer, so you will get same type of URL. So you will get realm equal to ingka-t. This is one customer. If I go back, if I search them, so here also you will get it realm equal to nbn2-t. So this is one more customer realm. If you open
Okay.
professor also, you will get the same realm equal to professor app-t. So that means Ariba is purely based on URL.
Okay.
Now if I open credentials, so this is first thing you need to know. Ariba strategic sourcing. Copy and basics. After this, you can see in this real ID, URL ID, if you log in with this URL ID, if you click this link, it will take to the login page. Once it is getting connected, you will get the real ID. So this is what I have logged in. Let me log in. So you need to know sites, parent site and child site. We have like in SAP, we have test system, production system. I mean, SAP landscape is different. So what I am trying to explain is landscape, system landscape. In SAP, let's say SAP ERP have three different landscape. So they will have different client ID. So if you log in client, you will have sandbox or development. We call them sandbox or dev system, and then quality system, and then production system. So base system will create multiple client environment with these systems. So dev system may have 100 client, 120 client ID, 200 client ID. The same way quality and production. Production also will have multiple client. This is SAP landscape. Coming to Ariba landscape. So in Ariba we don't have a client ID and all. We have realm ID. Realm is our so we use the term realm. So in this realm we don't have these testing quality production and all. So we have only development and production. So development is something, test realm, production realm, that's all. These two realms are using in Ariba. So test realm, when you log into Ariba, 135382012 741. So this is a site navigator. If I navigate it to site, as of now it is in parent site. So in test realm and production realm, how do you identify? Let's say parent site. So in this parent site, you can identify here realm equal to professor rsa sapp hyphen t. Hyphen t is test id. So this is parent id, and you can navigate it. If it is sourcing and parent system, this is parent side. I'll tell you about parent child relation in Ariba, how it is configured. And after this, if you go to child side, so parent side is for upstream activity. For upstream activities, what is upstream activities? We have discussed already. And child side, if I navigate into child C1, so this area, if you see the same realm, it will be having hyphen 1 hyphen t. Here no, because this is child 1, so hyphen 1 hyphen t, and always same buying activity. So this is child side for downstream activity, only buying and invoicing. For buying and invoicing. And after this, guided buying separate site, GB site. So this is guided buying user. That's all. So these are all the URL. Since Ariba is a cloud platform, we use just URL, and mostly we will have single sign-on only. If you have connected once, you will be getting logged in without credentials also, or one time. No, we don't need to go for multi-factor authentication and all. Like since this is our shared user system, we have many authentications and OTPs. But in real scenario, you will get only user ID password. Once you logged in, you will be able to access the Ariba. Okay. I hope it is clear what is realm, what is test realm, what is production realm.
Yes, Manoj.
I have a question, Manoj.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm saying that what is the additional advantage of between us standard downstream activities, buying and invoicing labor side, and the same side aligned with guided buying side?
yes, good question. Um, SAP always play with our psychologists, customer psychology. Why they have implemented? See, you're using Android. If you're not getting any update for 1 year, you will throw the phone. Correct? I'm using my old phone. I want to go for new phone. That is our mindset. The same way SAP also having same mindset. Process remains same. So they have introduced guided buying in the new name, and they were telling guided buying is helpful for casual buyers. How you're ordering in Amazon, the same method. If you go and log in guided buying, it is also holding the same buying functionality, but user interface, that view, look and feel view looks different. So here how I am adding, here also I can search the word and find the product, and here also I can search the word and find the product. This landing page and these tiles, and finding the goods and services, and you will get the cart notification like Amazon view. And they were telling this help for the non-procurement professional casual users who don't know about how to buy can use this. We are not trained to place order in Amazon, we are not trained to place order in Flipkart, but we are choosing the right product and we are buying, right? and we are paying it to them. The same way in business to business, Ariba is telling users in your organization can find their own goods and service, whatever they need. They can search. If, for example, they can search paper, if they search paper, and they will get the catalogs, and they have to just add into their cart and select and pay it to them. I mean, place an order and buy the product. Your company will process the payment. So that is the benefit, and it is like I said, it is attracting the customers. Guided buying is mostly attracted by customers nowadays. In the beginning, they have a lot of criticisms arised, and because already this user interface looks easy and straightforward, but it is like changes were more because this data whichever users already worked, it is like wrong the area whatever, like for example if I want to create one catalog item or whatever, so the data field or misplaced. Instead of up it is going down, instead of down it is in top location. So like that criticisms were begin in 2017-18, that time period, and later they adopted this in I think in 19 or 20, I remember, I'm not exactly sure. So that time period it introduced, and later they were adapted, and now customers likes to use guided buying. This is free of cost, so you may use it, right? If you're getting additional add-on package, so you will try to experiment like that. um, um, SAP have given this guided buying, and this is the main difference. Guided buying is for non-procurement professionals.
Okay, so I understand that.
Hmm.
So what I understand from this is that so you may or may not use guided buying, and both these websites are connected to the ERP, right?
Yes, yes. Both the
Okay,
websites are interconnected. I mean, buying and invoicing and guided buying. If you are raising requisition in guided buying, that requisition will be synced with buying and invoicing.
okay, and both are exclusively, mutually exclusively connected to the ERP system as well.
Yes,
Because
yes.
suppose
This
I
entire
may be only guided buying and not the other module, and vice versa.
it is up to you. If you want to opt only for guided buying, you can opt for it guided buying. But buying and invoicing must be there. So SAP recommends to use buying and invoicing. That is in future plan, maybe after 5 years, maybe SAP might move everything into guided buying. As of now, no plan, and buying and invoicing is required because master data storage everything will be in different database. So here one more thing I wanted to confirm. I mean share. So this upstream activities, they will have a different data storage. So this upstream activity will have a different storage. I mean different database, and this was also different. So whatever data available in upstream, that doesn't mean it should be available in downstream as well. So we have separate data storage for parent and separate data storage for child. We want to move from one place to other place, it should some basic configurations are required. And all the sites are integrated with ERP. That's why in in this page I have shown you uh, ERP all the integration. In if you log in SPRO, we have one add-on, CAG add-on. If you install this CAG add-on, base system will install. You will have procurement integration, integrating ERP to buying and invoicing, sourcing integration, integrating ERP to upstream. Business network is integrating ERP to business network. Is it clear? So whatever we have seen is parent site, child site, guided buying site, and other than that, business network URL. So second one is SAP business network. So in SAP business network, as we discussed, we have both buyer network and supplier network. Both have different URL. Both are termed as business network. They are termed as business network, but URL is remain different. If I go back, if I log in here, just buyer dot. So we don't have test and production and all. The same site. If I go to buyer.ariba.com, so here business network buyer sign in. So here you see this is buyer sign in. So this is just buyer.ariba.com. If you just go to this URL, you will get this data. And if you go to supplier network, same method, just supplier.ariba.com. If you search supplier.ariba.com, this is supplier sign in. This is also business network. And if you notice both buyer and supplier, here you will not be able to create new account. If customer is purchasing Ariba Cloud or if customer is purchasing business network, they will get the site, business buyer network site. But supplier, you can create your test supplier. You can directly go and register now also. So this is supplier sign in.
So Manoj, Ariba network, as far as I understand, SAP Business Network is basically for the supplier sign-in. It's like an additional feature provided to the supplier for their transactional facilities and usage activities day to day.
Yes. What is the benefit? Because let's discuss about that. What is the benefit of suppliers? Um, Buyer network and supplier network we have seen in the business network. How it is evolving? Why suppliers are interested in this area? Okay, let's take some example. Um, I am from, let's say I am from Bangalore. I am in Karnataka. I am a wholesale distributor of office supplies. Just let me know if you're not understanding. So I am a supplier. Let's say supplier name called XYZ, and I have a capability, and my turnover as of now is 1 crore, where I'm doing business around Bangalore, nearby my states, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra. So nearby the states, Kerala. So this nearby southern region only I'm doing my business. I'm willing to expand. I'm able to deliver the product around India, each and every nook and corner. I will be able to deliver my product, but I'm not get identified by the customers. Okay, where SAP help that area? What will happen when I log into business network? I can show off products. What are the products I am supplying? What region I am capable of? So what will happen? Person who is sourcing office supplies for their region, So my profile will be shown there. That is something called supplier discovery, Ariba discovery. So I may get benefit from Ariba network to get more business, to expand my business. So business network is helping me. So that's why 60 lakh suppliers at present, 6 million suppliers around the globe is connected in business network. 6 million suppliers. So that is primary. And in the beginning, in the at initial stage, SAP is providing in free of cost. But if you're getting good revenue, you have to pay some uh, decent amount to SAP. Not very much. 1% or 0.5% from your invoice, actual invoice which you are done in business network. You got it, everyone? Why the reason suppliers are interested in the SAP network?
Yeah.
So this is the main benefit in Ariba Cloud, other than all softwares. Because of this network only, Ariba is good. To be very honest, otherwise, um, from so many user experience, Coupa is very good. Coupa is very good. But the connectivity, the network, they have already built from past 20 years, and still they are building. Is it clear why supplier is interested and why buyer is interested? Now let's say, yeah,
No, and also, as you said that they should be registered, right? Then only they can able to do the business in the
yes, yes,
business.
they will be
Otherwise,
registered.
yeah. Otherwise, the buyers can't have a visibility to view the
Yes,
suppliers.
yes,
Right. Yeah.
they will get registered. They can register by themselves, or they may be
Mm.
get registered by any customers.
Okay.
So I need to get introduced in Ariba network first, and
Hmm.
later I may get visible from other buyers,
Okay.
because buyers always use some tactics. Um, what they do, they will, if any procurement activity or if any requirement came into their part, they use their existing purchasing, existing like the same commodity. Did somebody have done sourcing or buying procurement last 1 year 2 year? They will run away and they'll check the existing database. So whomsoever suppliers are there, they will take that list of suppliers, and after that they serve themselves in the market, maybe mostly Google or some any other websites. They will serve based on the brand or product or service. They will search the suppliers in Google, and they will add in the same list. Primary thing, existing supplier. Secondary thing, outside market, and they will end up the requirement.
Hmm.
Using those suppliers, they will run the sourcing activity, and they will finalize and deliver the requirement to the customer. They will close the requirement. But now what happened? Ariba supplier discovery is additional opportunity where buyer can utilize to find more suppliers for the specific commodity. Just buyer will not hesitate to include list of number of suppliers for a comparisons, because they'll get more benefit. If suppliers are more, they can show off target savings. This is the reason supplier discovery helps buyer side, and supplier side they are being getting discovered. This is the benefit of buyer network and supplier network, which is SAP business network. Any
When you
question?
say, yeah, when you say this Ariba discovery means
Mhm.
the suppliers will be online, and when we do a sourcing activity, so we can
Mhm.
select a number of suppliers, right, through
Yeah,
discovery
yeah, yeah.
and the quotation.
N number of suppliers,
Yeah.
specific region, commodity, category, those considerations.
Okay. Okay. Right. Thank you.
So we have a standard product. That
Hmm.
product, so all the business, whatever business we are doing in the market is only based on demand and supply management.
Okay.
Sometimes it may work reverse, demand and supply management. So
Okay.
what will happen in this demand and supply management, buying and selling process will be more. Buy and sell. When demand is more, suppliers
Mm-hmm.
will increase their supply, they'll increase the production. So buying and selling activity will be more. So here the basics, buyers and sellers, they interact in the network for their procurement functions. And what I was about to say, um, business network, child side, parent side, landscape. Oh my god, I forgot. So based on this demand and supply, buy and sell, this activity can be done in many softwares, not only Ariba, many softwares. So if you are using Ariba software, how you are running the business, that we need to understand. And datas, whatever datas are required, if you want to buy, yeah. So these all buying and selling activity will be range bounded, like specific region, like APAC. So within APAC, so many geographical locations, and EMEA, North America, Latin America. So we have divided the regions. Within APAC, there is sub-regions will be there. Geography, all the geography location. So based on this region, commodity. So commodity is like product. Every product we mark them as a product group. That is commodity, right? Office supply. If I say office supply commodity, pen, pencil, stapler, scale, all the office supply, small products will be grouped in that one term. Group of products or services. Group of products or goods or services. This is something called commodity. And the same name we call them classification, or we call them category. So every organization they will define in different terminologies. But commodity, it is commodity only in Ariba. Mostly, uh, ERP side we use material group. We grouping the material in material group. So this is in ERP side. Both are same terminology, but since we have a material master, all the materials will be grouped in the material group in ERP side. So in this commodity, how we have classified, because you can ask Manoj, like we have so many infinite, we cannot count the products like that. We have new products are emerging. How you can group the products? So for that, there are many organizations are grouping the products. One is UNSPSC, so United Nations Standard Product Service Code. United Nations Standard Product Service Code, UNSPSC. So this is global commodity, and there are some other also there, NAICS, North America region type, and there is one more E commodity something it is there. So we don't need to go in depth in this. So Ariba is using UNSPC standard code, using UNSPC standard commodity code. Okay, and the entire business is running based on the region, department, commodity. If I talk about department, group of commodity in one department, categorized in department. guys, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible now. Yeah,
Yes. Okay.
Manoj.
Yes,
There is a power disconnection. That's right. So entire selling activity, the buyers
Okay.
will do based on this area. Region is mandate, commodity is mandate, department is mandate. So these three are called datas. So
Manoj, we
how
are not
Ariba,
able to see your screen. Are you sharing your
sorry,
screen?
yes, let me. Okay, because of connection failure, screen lost. Okay, let me share.
Okay.
You now are able to see my screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Manoj.
So this entire supply management, supply chain, buying, selling activity, we need data. So in general, you need to classify some data. So region is one data, and within region, you will get all the country, and within country, you will get states, postal codes, address, and all. So this region data, commodity data, department data, all Ariba have made it in matrix format. So matrix dot region and matrix dot commodity. So I'm just giving this high level matrix dot department. If organization wanted to utilize department, some organizations they don't enter. So these data are called matrix based data. And after that, countries you can ask. We have around 190 plus countries and so many states, so many region, postal code format, address format. How Ariba is maintaining that such data? So for that they have indexing. So index based, region specific country, region specific country format, and there all the data in that country format you will get tax code, tax format, address format, and bank data format. All the formats you don't need to define on your own. It is provided by Ariba itself. Okay, is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, these data, some important data. Other than that, we need to understand the one more basic is master data. Data in the sense there are many type of data. So what we are going to use is master data, transactional data. So these master data we call so many. So we have around 50, 60 master data. So if I say in grouping, one is organizational data, accounting data, supplier data, supplier master data, user data. So in this organizational, you will get company code, purchase org, reconciliation account, payment term, payment method, unit of measurement. All the data will comes under organizational. And accounting data, GL account, cost center, asset, internal order, work breakdown structure, WBS element. All the data fall under accounting data. So suppliers data and users, all users. So these are all the key requirement to run any business. Master data. Transactional data is something using master data you are going to do the business. So transactional data PR, PO, GR, invoice and invoice reconciliation, IR and payment. All the transactions, whatever transactions you are doing, each and every moments, that data are stored. That is transactional data. So these two datas somewhere coming from one system to other system. So that is something we call them master data integration. So in this master data integration in Ariba, we have upstream master data integration, and downstream master data integration, common master data integration. These three types. Some data are required for both upstream and downstream. Let's say region, commodity, suppliers, category, these are all common. But a GL account, cost center, WBS element, these are all not required for upstream because that is only for a payment purpose, budgeting purpose. So those are all specific to downstream and upstream users. So person who is working in sourcing department who will not coming into buying area. So we don't need that person into downstream. So that guy is upstream user. A person who works both will be common user. Who person works only in downstream will be partition user. So these all master data integrations we must know. So is it clear about data? What is data and how data are flowing from one system to other system? So here, yeah. Anybody have any questions in this?
Yeah, yeah. So I just wanted to know when this transaction data flow from
Mhm,
Ariba to SAP or SAP to Ariba, so
mhm,
there will be some like through iDog or a WebEx
mhm,
services, web services or proxy, right?
mhm, mhm.
That
Yeah.
only the transaction data will flow, right? It
Yes.
depends
Yes.
upon the company whether they choose iDog or a web services or a proxy.
No. No. We have many integrational aspects. Again,
Okay,
it is depends on the organization's decision. But we standard follows SOAP web services for Ariba Cloud to ERP. In case of business network to ERP, that time we use IDOC. So we have both the functionalities.
okay, fine. I thought
Yeah.
it depends upon the client requirement whether they want to use.
No,
Yeah.
mostly client only integration scenario.
Hmm.
We are the one who will give because client will not take decision. That is purely technical. So client do not know things. So they will hand it over to us, which is the best suitable integration process. So we always prefer SAP standard integration flow. If any customization required, that time we do some custom mappings or custom logics, which is built by ABAPers. So those activities we do. So that time we need to establish baddies, BAPIs, all those things. We'll discuss step by step
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
And here, after that, data. So when I say data, storage format or reading format, data's in Ariba read only XML format. Ariba read the data's in XML format. CXML. So CXML kind of I think JavaScript markup language, commerce extensive markup language, something it will be. I'm not exactly sure. Please check this. Extensive markup markup language. So CXML. So in this format, Ariba read the data and Ariba store data and you can import in CSV file. CSV. CSV is same kind of Excel, but this is separated by comma. Comma separated values. CSV file. Also, it will read specific to catalog CAF file format. So CAF is catalog interchange format. So this is some format, and also it reads Excel format also specific to some process area. Excel. So mostly data import export CSV format, all the payload XML format, whatever payload, all the integration message which is going from one system to other system, that will be in this format. And for downstream, you have JSON format. JavaScript something. This is also again I'm not exactly remembering abbreviation for JSON, but it starts from JavaScript. So JSON format only for a downstream specific area. That too guided by and custom fields also JSON format. Yeah. So this can be used. So we will discuss this step by step. So I'm giving basic understanding. So same method, SAP. SAP reads data or stores data in IDOC format, and they have same. You can be able to view payload in CXML in web services monitor. So this web services monitor is something called SRT Moni. So we'll see those things. So there you can download the payload and how it is being converted using standard interface. We can see. So SAP reads IDOC format, and as far as I know, you can export the data from directory AL11 SAP directory. So you may have specific storage path. There you will have option to download spreadsheet or notebook or notepad. There are many options. Um, so you can download Excel format, XLS format or spreadsheet or note, and you can import into manual data load. So these some specific activities. I mean, these are all some foundation you should know. That's all. So tomorrow we will start from any process, specific process. So these are all the things you must know before going to the session. So I will share these two, and hopefully you will receive this by Monday. This data and the syllabus, and tomorrow whatever we are taking. So that will be you will getting received by Monday. Let us
Okay.
see. Yeah. Anybody have any questions or any doubts? Are you guys followed me? Is it clear? I'm not
Yes, Manoj.
not
No,
going
it's
fast also. According to me, I'm not going fast. I'm going slow only. So hope you guys understand whatever we have done in these 2 hours.
yes, yes, yes.
Yes, Manoj.
Thanks, Manoj. Yeah. There is
Ritu,
one
just
question I would want to ask
Yes.
related to Cloud Integration Gateway. Will we be
Mhm.
covering custom mappings as well,
Yes, yes, yes,
or
yes,
we are
yes,
just
Madam.
setting up the project? Okay,
No,
okay.
no, no, no. Oh. See, custom mapping, custom routing is important. Setting up projects is simple. So setting a project is step by step things you do for any documents. But how we do custom mapping, how we set up source systems and target structure, how you are setting up the mapping, those things I'll show you for specific area, POG, invoice, what are the mappings we are doing. And Midul, I think you joined in between. I think it's mute.
Sorry,
Okay.
yeah, my kid is nearby. So yeah, I
Yeah.
joined a little bit late. I understand, but I
Yeah.
think
What about your background, Midul? Your work background.
so. Yeah, currently I'm working in Ariba. My mostly background will be from SRM and a little bit on the MM side, but I'm also
Mm-hmm.
working in Ariba.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a strong arm on procurement side and on CIG side, but there are some gaps, as well as
Mm-hmm.
would like to know more about sourcing SLP and all that. But yeah,
Mm-hmm. Okay, got it, got it. Okay. So you and Madampatti, I think both are working in Ariba then already.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So you're also in buying, right? Yeah. Let us see. So this is some basics, common things we all others also know. So some of from SAP data migration background, and Ashwin is new to supply chain, and Manoj is buyer side. So he is new to Ariba. And Aisha, I think you're also you worked as a data migration, right?
Yeah, Manoj.
And Amitwa, I think Amitwa also joined in between, or
No, I joined from the beginning.
sorry?
I joined from the beginning of the session.
Okay, 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 okay. So you are into which background? You said I forgot.
Procurement. I'm doing
You're
Coupa.
also in. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're into Coupa. Okay, ABAP and Coupa, right? You said ABAP and Coupa.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. So Ashwin is new to supply chain. She is into data migration.
Yes,
So
Manoj.
I'm just remembering who are all into. So I want accordingly I can speed up or I can slow down the process, and I can add some basics also. Um, let let us see. Um, I'll share
So,
all those
Manoj,
documents.
Manoj,
Yes, yes, Amit.
yes, Manoj, I have a query. The query
Yes.
is that since there are several terms you have referred to in this section with respect to Ariba network, Ariba discovery, and so and so. So, of course, it will get more clearer as we proceed with the sessions. But in the beginning, is there any link to find out what is what, just as a reference point and study and understand the connections in the basic gist?
Mhm. Sorry, I'm not getting. You mean, are you suggesting to do something because your voice is something echoing?
Yeah, I'm saying to get thorough with the flow.
Hmm? Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
said
yeah, 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 yeah. We will. So today, what in this first session we have touch based all the areas to know, because if when I start the session, if I go back, if I use some new area, if I go to alt tab, this one and that one, so questions may rise. What is network and what is SAP? What is ERP? What is table? So some basics questions may rise. So that is why I used to give the all the area of work. So when I start new process flow, if I stick to that specific flow, they will get understand. They'll not make me to divert during session that time period. So that's why I always take one session for all the area of working. This is what your expectation, Namitwa, for that flow.
no, Manoj. My question is that is there any space since you have specified on so many terminology, right, for a specific modules like discovery, network, so and so, and etc. Is there any place or link you can send me just to understand the modules in gist, so
Oh,
that
files. You're
when we
asking.
proceed, I don't have to, I can't get confused.
You're asking about basic files, right? You
Yes, yes,
mean,
basically,
oh, this first one you
definitely.
can refer. These two you refer this today, and others tomorrow I'll share.
Okay,
These
okay,
two.
Manoj.
This is primary. This primary will give you a strong foundation. So once you refer this, tomorrow I'll share two. So every day I'll share one or two.
Okay, sure, Manoj. Sure. Thank you.
Yeah, that is the assessment which I'm giving to everyone. You can just go through this. So let's have very small and small in this specific additional
Yeah.
things, whatever other than
Yes,
our.
I feel it will help if we go slow and touch the basics along with
Yes,
while
yes,
going
yes,
ahead.
yes. You can. So this is the beginning foundation. You should know the process and how it works well in both SAP, MM, and Ariba.
Okay.
You
Okay.
go
Thank you
through
so much.
these two first, and later I'll share another things.
Sure, sure. Thank you.
And any case, again, my connection have been disconnected.
Yeah,
May I audible now?
yeah, yeah.
So anybody have any suggestions if you want to suggest, or any like if we want, if we can continue in the same pace, or whether we have to change in the method.
No, I think you're going in a right direction. So I think from my point of view, it's correct only. So
And as I said, for you and Mridul might be looks like why he's
no, no,
saying
no,
all the
no, no,
small
no.
things,
See,
but for this,
there are few areas even we do not know. Like when you took out some names, we do not aware of that. So it will be helpful for us again for resessions for those areas. So it would be better for
Yeah.
us also to start from scratch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And anybody?
Manoj, if
Anybody
you
have?
explain with the help of some examples, then we can understand a little bit better. Basic
Yeah. Yeah.
examples
Example.
also.
Yes. That examples will be in process. So these are all fact. We cannot take explanation for fact with example. These are all standard fact. You should know the terms. Like example, I told you right for business network, purpose of suppliers and purpose of buyers. So I there I can give example. But XML language, that is one fact. You need to fact need to memorized or you need to get practiced. Yeah, examples I'll take it based on the example only. We are run the process. We are going to run the entire process in a user level, and we will take the configurations whatever required for to run that process. Yeah, I will take it that.
Okay, Manoj, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Shin. And
Hello.
anybody? Yes, yes, Manoj.
Yeah. See, what kind of current job opportunities are available if you do after completion of this course, Ariba? Like
Um,
Ariba consultant, other than Ariba consultant, like.
Other than Ariba consultant means, see, if you learn Ariba, you
Hmm.
will get project type. What I want to say, you may get opportunity to work on implementation project. Either it may
Okay.
be greenfield or brownfield or rollout or upgrade. Any projects you will get it. And after
Okay.
that, support projects. Any area of support, upstream side or downstream side. So I mean P2P or sourcing, supplier management. So this support area you may get opportunity. So
Okay.
these two are the primary focus. Other than that, if you are a buyer, if you are a power user, you know end-to-end process. So the organization, the product-based organization who is using Ariba, they may expect user level also.
Okay.
So these three area. So my advice is you go to first two area, not third one.
So consultant and support role.
Yeah, both are
And
consultants.
yeah,
Consultant,
implementation
like
is support.
implementation is yeah, implementation and support role. And now in
Okay.
the market, even my organization, our demand is a person who works more than 3 4 years. They should know all areas. They should know something about everything in all the area. Because nowadays in the market, we are hiring for the pool projects. Like
Okay.
you will get hired and you will be placed in bench. So whichever clients we are getting, so you will be redirected to that client. You have to clear that client round and you have to get into the project. We will give you 3 month time. If you're not getting cleared, and we will send you back to home. That is what going on nowadays in market.
Yes, yes, yes. Same thing happened to me when I was support project. It was done. It is for 1 year for pharma
Mhm.
company. Then they released from the project for three of the Ariba resources. We kept on
Mhm.
bench,
Deboarded,
and
yeah,
yeah,
deboarded.
they
Mhm.
started giving internal interviews. So I got selected now for Cisco project in Tech Mahindra.
Oh. Okay. One of my
Yeah.
friends also worked in Cisco from
So
long back.
yeah, I told them I do not have buying and invoicing, but what they told, okay, we will guide you. We have some resources who will help you out, but I'm suffering like
No,
anything.
yeah. I'll guide it.
Yeah,
No issues. So that
yeah,
is what in the market. If you
yeah,
want to become a consultant, you need to upskill daily basis,
right.
and that you should not expect that you will get into the same taste what you expect from
Yeah,
the food. You need to
right,
expect
right.
some difference also.
Yes, yes. Okay.
So that's what Manoj. You need to be ready all the area. You should know something about everything in the area. So wherever they are placing you, you can start become expert in that.
Okay.
Yeah. And I hope I spoke with everyone. Aisha, Amitwa, Mridul, Madhampati, Hashreen, Aish. I'm not sure. Aisha also I discussed. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. We'll connect tomorrow same time and we'll start any one process tomorrow.
Oh, sure, Manoj.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you,
Bye.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.